The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, and as always, welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. So anyway, I got my regular crew with me this morning. Good morning, Carol, Pedro.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
All right. So we got one interest group tonight, which is Introduction to Guide and How to Use It with George Zavala. So briefly, if those that may not know, Guide is an AI that you can put on your computer, and for those difficult websites, stuff like that. Basically, you can program in the guide what you want to do in a particular, any particular site, and just prompt it and tell it what you want it to do within that site, and it'll go do it for you. So, it's for those that are on the internet doing a lot of work, or sometimes, if you're on a job and, sometimes uploading reports and stuff like that are, a little bit hard or whatever the case may be. Basically, you can use Guide to get all that stuff done, without. And the beauty of it is once you prompt it to do what you want to do, you can basically just get up and walk away and let it do what it does.
Mm.
And then when you get back, the task generally is going to be completed. So, anyway, come out tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time and check George out and let him teach you what Guide is all about. So, as promised, I did do the article today about the other glasses I came upon. They're classified as smart glasses. Again, they're a Rokid or something like that is the name of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about them is okay, they are, again, as all of this stuff is, created for the sighted community. It does have a display in the lens, but it also has a lot of other features that are, good for us, right? And then, anyway, let's listen to it. We'll talk about it a little bit more on the other side, because some of the stuff that I discovered is not necessarily in the article. So let's go for it, Pedro.
Hey, Blind United crew, grab your first cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this first article. Smart Glasses Showdown, Rokid versus Ray-Ban Meta for blind users. As wearable tech continues to evolve, smart glasses are becoming more than just a novelty. They're emerging as powerful tools for accessibility. In a recent video comparison between Rokid glasses and Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the spotlight turned to how each device supports blind and visually impaired users. The verdict? These glasses offer very different experiences, and one clearly leads in accessibility. Let's start with the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. These are audio-first devices, meaning they rely heavily on voice interaction. For blind users, this can be a plus. The built-in Meta AI assistant responds to voice commands, allowing users to ask questions, get directions, or identify objects. The glasses also include a camera for capturing photos and videos, which can be used with AI to describe surroundings. However, the lack of a visual display means users must rely entirely on audio feedback, which can be limiting in noisy environments or when more detailed information is needed. Now enter Rokid glasses. These are designed with a visual interface, but surprisingly, they offer several features that benefit blind users. The glasses include a stereoscopic screen that can display captions, navigation prompts, and real-time translations. While this may not directly help those without sight, the integration of AI and voice control makes a big difference. Rokid's assistant can read text aloud, translate spoken language, and even provide contextual information about the environment. The glasses also include a camera and microphone array that supports object recognition and voice-guided interaction. One standout feature for blind users is Rokid's ability to deliver spoken translations and AI responses without needing to look at a screen. The glasses are lightweight, comfortable, and designed for all-day wear, making them practical for mobility and daily use. The directional speakers ensure audio is clear without isolating the user from their surroundings, and the touch controls are intuitive once learned. The video reviewer emphasized that while Ray-Ban Meta is sleek and stylish, Rokid is the better choice for users who need functional accessibility. Rokid's combination of AI, audio feedback, and hands-free interaction makes it a strong contender for blind users seeking independence and real-time information. As smart glasses continue to develop, the hope is that future models will blend the best of both worlds, audio-first design with visual flexibility, all powered by responsive AI. For now, Rokid is leading the way in making smart glasses more inclusive. Blind United crew, what features would you want in your ideal pair of smart glasses? Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
So, I mean, these ones here for me, they're more, how can I say, to be used as another tool per se, in our accessibility and stuff like that, right? But it's not good at all for content creation because it does not do it doesn't capture video and all that kind of stuff. You can't take pictures with it and all that stuff, even though it's got cameras. I mean, again, it does connect to your phone, and what's not in the article that I seen when I was listening to the video about them. Uh, you always talk about Pedro how you can, you use your Chat GPT or your Gemini,
Mm-hmm.
your phone. You'll be able to use that and use the camera on the glasses for that.
Boom! You sold me on them. I
That was
want it.
quick.
That's what. Hey, honestly, give me the choice in the land of the free. Give me the choice that I could use this camera that I just bought to use with a third party application. Yes, we the AI. If you want to keep it within your application, I understand, but let my other AI connect to that camera as well. Like that's the thing about the Ray-Bans that I kind of don't like.
Right.
But being as a content creator, plus from what I heard on these glasses, if I'm not mistaken, if it's the same video you and I was watching, Ed, I don't know if it is, but these could record in vertical 3.9 vertical video and picture, and you can
Right. You
also
can do landscape or
record.
portrait
Mm-hmm,
mode, all that. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
What?
You
Yeah.
could do landscape, so you know what I mean? That's an
Mm-hmm.
appealing feature for me as a content creator as well. You know, the lightness too, they said it's pretty light. They fit. And if it's the same video we was watching, the dude was talking about when he looks down and his glasses, his Ray-Bans kind of dangle off his face slightly.
Right, right,
The
right. They don't.
same the same thing happens to me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
the
and
glasses weigh exactly the same amount.
they do.
But like
But
he
he
was saying, the metas are, as he called it, nose heavy.
There you go. Yeah, we were watching
Ah,
the same video. Okay, so that's what he did say, and I believe it's true on that.
well, that's where the microphone is on the Metas.
No, there's
Hmm.
5 microphones in your metas, girl.
Yeah, so there's a big old array around all of it. But I believe the light, that it flashes, plus the camera, the little charging pongs right there on the nose grid. You know what I mean?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
plus, my understanding is that
Hmm.
they also have directional mic, so whoever you're looking at, you hear them very clearly.
Well, the
Yeah, that's
reason why I said
that's
that is
dope.
because originally when I got a pair of glasses, that's where I thought I was peeling something, and it turned out to be the microphone. Now I may have 5 microphones, but it's one right there, and that may be making the nose heavy.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's just the framing of it, the way it's all framed out and whatever. I mean, the Meta Ray Bans have a very thick frame, and now with all of the, the circuitry and stuff running through it, that just makes it even more heavy, right?
True.
But
True.
again, these Rocket glasses, Roku glasses, whatever they are,
Roku.
again, they got a higher battery life, all of this other
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff as well. So where they
Mm-hmm.
talking about 8 hours of, of use or whatever. I mean, I sit here and I'm being honest. I mean, phone calls, listening to my books, using live AI, whatever, they kill your battery.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
Mm-hmm.
it
I
does.
mean, so but again, I mean, it's another alternative. Again,
Mm-hmm.
they're moving towards being more open to other stuff. Like you say, our toolbox is our phone, and then once you allow us connect this tool with that toolbox,
Mm-hmm.
now
Yeah,
it just opens our options up so much more for things that we can do with it.
that's
Yes.
true. Because it is a
Because.
lot of people that
Mm-hmm.
they don't like to take videos. They don't
Mm-hmm.
really care for pictures. So
Mm-hmm.
this would be ideal for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to have an array of a whole bunch of smart glasses. I just want to have one pair that does.
Yeah.
And I understand as things grow and expand, there always going to be, competition to try to make the latest and the greatest whatever's next. But I just, don't want to have to keep investing in something. I would prefer them to just integrate applications and give me a software update on whatever pair I have,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
whether I
Yeah.
have this new pair or that pair or that pair. Give me a software update to where I can still have a choice of what I choose without having a whole bunch of them, but still be able to do whatever I need to with whatever pair
Well,
I
until we
chose.
get to a fully open source pair of wearables,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have that problem.
True, 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 true.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, as long as they open up their camera to be used with third-party applications, I'm fine. Yeah, the Ray-Bans, the AI is okay. And I use them for shopping. I use my other AIs for shopping. I compare for content creation and things like that. And the glasses sometimes get stuck. You could tell it, what's the price of this? Or look and tell me the price. Or I can't provide you the cost or the price. Yeah, it's all kinds of crazy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do like it with shopping and telling me the color of the clothes, the design, and other things like that, the sizes and stuff like that. You know, but I switch also sometimes because sometimes I'm kind of shopping kind of quick, so I want to just hold my phone and run through the rack. And sometimes I don't want to take out everything every time, so I just slide my phone in and boom, boom, you know, give
Yeah,
me the
that's
price,
cumbersome.
and
One
then
thing
just
at a
keep.
time.
Yeah, yeah. So I try to streamline this, and I made content around it and seen, best things. But um, I'm hoping they open up the AI more. It gets more reliable. Let's see what happens. I know they just brought out their new pair. Just came out today, I think, $800.
actually, they come out on the 30th. You talking about the metas?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming out on the end at the end of the month.
Mm.
Mm.
So I mean, I got a couple of emails yesterday. They got again more styles, more colors. Like the Wayfair, you can get them in either black or brown now.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But my understanding is they're going to have some more sport styles, I believe, because they, of course, they don't want to be outdone by Oakley, right?
Right. Yeah, Oakley.
So,
Oakley is a nice pair of glasses.
but again, it's just Ray Bans also makes
Yeah. Yeah, I
nice
have. I have
sports
that
style
exact.
glasses as well.
I
So
have that exact same pair that the Meta Ray Bans are. I've been wearing
Mhm.
those for years, so I have that exact same frame style.
Yeah, I
right, well,
got the
those are the
similar.
Wayfair. Those
Yeah,
are
but
the
usually they're like thin and metal and skinny, like real, like it feels premium in your
Oh
hand.
yeah. Yeah, I've got
Like
some nice gold
the
ones.
lenses are glass, not plastic like the Ray Bans,
They
like
glass.
the Metas, but they're glass, and if you could feel it, like you could feel the details and stuff on the glasses.
Yeah,
So
That's pretty
nice.
nice.
anyway, right quick, Tisha says, good night, everybody. Hey, well, you must have been up a long time, Tisha. It must be time for you to lay down. You talking
Stop
about good
partying,
night.
Tisha. You're having too much fun.
Okay, so, but anyway, good morning, Tisha.
Good morning.
I mean, again, they're good. We're just at the beginning of this. I mean, look at how many years somebody's been trying to put out a functionable pair of wearables, right? And now we're finally getting into some wearables that are people are willing to spend their money on. And I mean, that's a great thing. But more than that, they're starting to produce wearables that are actually useful and stylish at the same time. I mean, some of the other ones were useful, within their own, orbit, but now they're becoming more and more available, more widespread. And again, most importantly, for those, don't nobody want to be walking around with a pair of things look like they got goggles on.
Right?
So,
Ugly.
so now when you put them in something that's also stylish and then kind of low key, people really got to look at them and before they realize, oh, those are smart glasses. Yeah, whatever. But again, we're just moving in the right direction. That's for me. That's the important part right there. We're moving in the right direction. These here prove that we're moving to a space where things are going to become more open. Like you said, where we can open that camera up and use it on our glasses and not be, stuck with whatever they want to provide with the glasses, So
Right.
uh, all that to me is a great thing. It's a great thing. So I'm good with it.
So that's one thing I didn't understand about the Ray Bans. Like, okay, you wanted to use your AI, that's fine, right? You want to close that out, that's cool. But why not give me access to the camera? You know what I mean? But I
Right.
get it. They made it for their platform. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
you know, that
For
Right. And
more.
then
business
they
people.
limit you to your own personal videos of only 3 minutes.
I heard
You
this
know what
one's
I'm
like
saying?
30 minutes right here.
Well, I mean, well, again, this article didn't produce the fact about any recording, capturing of video.
Hmm.
I mean, I do think I kind of remember some of it in the video when I reviewed it there, but when I produced the article, it didn't come out in the article.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but I
uh,
remember hearing that because I was like, "Ooh, I want to see how long." I was looking at it from, I guess a content perspective, a content creator.
right. And again, 30 minutes at a pop, that's cool. I mean, you can 30 minutes, you time that kind of right, and then okay. Now, if you need more time than that, then you just start a new video and record that one. Now you got two 30-minute videos you can put together.
Yeah.
You know,
If you do your editing right.
You know
exactly.
me, I do editing.
Right. You know.
So, but again, the most important part is we're moving in the right direction.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, that's what gets me excited. Am I planning on turning mine in to get a pair of them right now? No, I'm not. I'm not even going to turn mine in to get a new pair of these Metas or the
Hmm.
Oakleys. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
What's
Right.
the price range? No info on that.
on what?
On the Roku's.
I think they're like 600.
600.
Yeah,
Oof.
600. Yeah, that's what I remember hearing. But
And you
again,
can't do video or pictures.
well, again, that's in the air. I mean, me and Pedro both watched the video,
Right.
and I
Hmm.
do remember something in the video about it, the demo
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
on them,
Hmm.
but
Right.
it didn't come out in the article.
I see. I see. I see. Because
You
I would
know,
think for 600, you would have access to the camera of. I mean, I don't know
well,
how
I mean,
long, but
not only that, what's the reason for going to portrait or landscape if you can't
if you
take
can't use
pictures
it,
or
that's
record?
right. That's right.
So
Hmm.
we got to kind of read between the
Between
lines
the
on that
lines,
one.
exactly. Exactly.
So but again, we're moving in the right direction. Who knows what kind of glasses we're gonna have a year from now.
And look what it's doing. It's engaging conversations between us as individuals that are actually trying to purchase something that will work best for us. Because a lot of these things are not made for us, but we're utilizing it. Like you say, they're growing and
Well,
allowing things to change to make things better for us. And that's a good thing to talk about.
right, and I'm gonna move on after this. Don't put me in a box where I'm forced to buy a new pair every time you come out with them.
Yes.
That's bad for business, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just that simple. I want to use whatever I got until I can't use it no more. Then I'll upgrade.
Give me a software upgrade,
So, but
integrate these
anyway.
applications.
So anyway, we're gonna move on and do a couple of promos, and then we got a couple more articles for you. So, handle it, Pedro.
Did you know that people in third world countries do not have access to canes? The You Cane Give initiative gives canes to people all over the world who cannot get canes. The You Cane Give initiative not only goes to these countries and gives people canes, but they give people canes and a digital recorder that is solar powered, that has instructions on how to use the cane and instructions on how to repair the cane. The You Cane Give initiative is a very worthy cause, giving canes to blind people all over the world. If you have a cane that you're no longer using, or a cane that's broken or bent, you can go to youcanegive.org and get a shipping label, and you can ship your cane to Jimmy in Tennessee, and he will refurbish it and give your cane to a blind person in a third world country. That website again is youcanegive.org.
Well, you guys know we talk about. Oh damn! My bad. I forgot that was the first. Go ahead, Pedro.
Hey, coffee time crew, we got something new. Support the mission and look fresh too. Fresh rock that blue with the logo in white. Blind United shirts, yeah, they feeling right. Just 20 in and you're part of the cause. Helping blind folks level up, no pause calls. From Jaws with Andy to Hall Ace Tips. Support group love and crochet kits. Movie nights rolling, the vibes are lit. Every shirt you buy helps all of it. So cop that tee, be proud to wear. You're lifting up lives with every pair. Email us now, don't let it slide. Info@Blind United or join the pride.
Well, I apologize again. I'm not used to hearing that one first. I mean, normally it's the second one, but anyway, yeah, Jimmy does great work. So if you got a cane or whatever you want to donate and help out some people in a third world country where they cannot get canes, again, you can always go to youcanegive.org and you can download a shipping label right there, or you can show up to one of our events and bring your canes with you, and we'll take care of all of that for you. On the flip side of that, I mean, we still got these T-shirts for sale. Again, that's a great way to support Blind United and what we're trying to do here. You know, if you don't need a T-shirt or whatever, you can run over to the website, hit that stripe, or if you have Zelle, it doesn't matter, either one. And then, you know, make a quick donation over there, $5, $50, $5 million, whatever it is, we'll take it. You know what I'm saying? And we would greatly appreciate it. So, on that note, this next one, what is this? What's the title of the next one, Pedro? I done forgot.
AI powered accessibility.
Oh yeah. So this one here, it's, you know, again, AI. We're always talking about AI, right? I mean, AI is basically dominating today as well. So, but some of these articles, some of these products in here we know about, and I think there's a few in here that we have yet to hear about. So let's check it out, and then we'll figure it out on the other side.
Hey Blind United crew, grab your second cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this second article. AI-powered accessibility, tools that are changing lives. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a buzzword. It's becoming a lifeline for people with disabilities. In 2025, a wave of AI-powered tools is reshaping how blind and visually impaired users interact with the world, offering new levels of independence, personalization, and inclusion. One standout is Be My Eyes Virtual Volunteer, now powered by OpenAI's GPT-4. This app allows users to send images and receive instant visual assistance. Whether it's reading a label, identifying an object, or describing a scene, the AI responds with context-rich, conversational feedback. It's like having a sighted assistant in your pocket, available anytime, anywhere. Another innovation is Project Guideline, developed by Google. This tool helps blind runners navigate independently using a painted line, a smartphone, and headphones. The phone's camera tracks the line, and audio cues guide the runner. It's a simple concept with powerful implications, freedom of movement without needing a guide. Orcam is also making waves. This wearable device reads text aloud, recognizes faces, and identifies products, all using AI. It's designed for real-time use, whether you're shopping, reading, or navigating a new space. For users who want discreet, hands-free assistance, Orcam delivers. Speech accessibility is getting a boost too. VoiceSight is a speech recognition tool built for people with non-standard speech. It allows users to interact with voice technology that previously couldn't understand them. This opens doors to smart home control, voice assistance, and more. And for those navigating public spaces, Access now uses AI to crowdsource and map accessibility features like ramps, elevators, and transportation options. It's a community-driven app that helps users find accessible routes and share updates in real time. These tools aren't just solving problems, they're changing the narrative. AI is helping blind and visually impaired users reclaim autonomy, participate more fully in society, and access information without barriers. But challenges remain. Bias in AI systems, affordability, and lack of awareness still limit reach. That's why inclusive design and user involvement are critical. As we move forward, the goal is clear: build technology that works for everyone. And thanks to these innovations, we're closer than ever. Blind United Crew, which of these tools would make the biggest difference in your daily life? Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I mean, like I said, there's a few in there that we all know and well. Be My Eyes, stuff like that. That Google one, Guideline. I mean, that one there sounds really interesting. I just wonder, is that line actually painted, or is it more of a line that Google Map virtually paints in the street for you to follow? I mean, because it's for jogging, it's for running marathons and stuff like that, right? So that's pretty cool. If that's your thing, running,
It's
uh,
mine.
I mean, it gives you a way to run a lot more independently. So, and then that other one, the voice thing. I mean, I know a lot of folks that have speech impairments, right? And man, it sounds like that's something really, really good that'll help them. And then, I mean, I don't know. I've never heard about that one access, but I'm gonna look into it, of course, because why? It gives us accessibility routes. It helps us with where when it's definitely if I was in a wheelchair or something like that, or just depending on the location, like at Wayfinder. Wayfinder, they got a million steps
Mm.
coming from the parking lot to go up to the office where the building is, per se, right? But they do have a ramp, you know what I'm saying? So for those that, prefer to use a ramp, hey, you got it that way. If you're good with steps, and you climb them steps. So, but again, there's a lot of good stuff coming out, and it's all AI powered. You know what I'm saying? So, again, we're moving in the right direction. I mean, stuff is becoming a lot more, accessible for us. I mean, it seemed like, especially since the AI boom, there's a lot more tools becoming available, for us, not only in the blind community, but the disability community as a whole to be able to use. And it's always a good thing. So go for it, Kel.
I mean, I'm loving it. It's getting me more and more outside. And who doesn't like to be outside? It just gives you a whole different sense of independence. And I do utilize the Be My Eyes, virtual, I guess, volunteer. I use a live volunteer, and, I can text it questions if I'm just doing the AI platform itself. But I was very interested in the running thing. I mean, I was a big runner, when I was visual. And as I've shared with everyone, as I was losing my sight, I actually caught my foot on a curb and fell and broke my collarbone. And that just stopped me from running. You know, uh, I can do the treadmill if I go to the gym. But here lately, I run in place and jump rope in the house. But it's nothing like just having the wind in your face. And oh my God, I just love it. Now, I've never done a marathon. And, I've been introduced to individuals that are visual that have this little, it's like a leash around them and around me. And I run beside them and they're visual. But they're not always ready to go when I'm ready to go. I like to run at least 4 times a week. And I'm, not saying I'm health conscious, but it's something I enjoy doing. And to be able to do it independently to where when you call your partner and they say, "Ooh, girl, I don't think I can do it this morning," I can just get up and do it myself. So I'm excited about anything that's going to make our lives so much easier, get us out there and make us enjoy our best life ever.
Right. Well, I mean, again, if jogging is your thing, running is your thing. Can't nobody be mad at that. I mean, I got my buddy down in Carlsbad. He loves to run as well, but luckily in his neighborhood, during certain hours, there's no street parking at all. So
Wow.
he'll get out there during those hours, and he'll just lay his cane right up against the curb,
Mm.
take off. I mean, he knows the neighborhood. He's been living there forever,
Yeah,
right?
I know my neighborhood too.
You
But
know,
I don't think I would run my neighborhood. Now, if I can go to like a track and it guides me around that track, lets me
well,
know when I
again,
get to the
we got
mile,
to
the
get
two
into
miles.
what that painted line is. That's the thing right there, because the way they're
Is it the
describing it,
painted line?
it's,
Well,
it's
in a
about running
residential
marathon.
neighborhood,
They,
it's not a painted line.
but that's my point, Carol. That's the point I'm trying to make, sweetheart. They're making it sound as though this is something for running marathons. It's not something for recreational running.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Or just your daily workout, your daily run.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. It might be working in conjunction with Google Maps, and it's virtually painting a line in the street for it to follow. I
Gotcha.
don't know, but
Right.
we got to look into that. You know what I'm saying? If that's something you're interested in, you need to look into it.
Definitely will. Thank
So
you.
but anyway, Tisha says she did mean to say good night, so that just means you've been up for a long time, sweetheart. You might need to lay down. So, but anyway, I mean that's there's some good stuff coming out. What you think, Pedro?
Yeah, that is great. Anything to get us out, more research on that would be dope. And then they got all types of other tools now that are helping blind individuals do different things. I know we have a AI application coming out for navigation. It's in the works. They're still testing. I'm testing that out as well. So, first test, it got me lost. It kept saying I was in the grass when I was in the sidewalk. So
Oh
they
no.
recognized the mistakes and they closed the app down right quick, and they brought back out. So I'm testing it out. You know what I mean? But this
Mm-hmm.
is a navigation application for blind individuals. It only considers the sidewalks, the paths, the doors. Doesn't consider like the street. Like you can't get driving directions. I guess you may, but it's tailored for the blind people to get the walking directions.
Right.
It could tell you, oh, you must cross the street to the other side of the street because the location's there. Usually we
Mm.
go in and it tell you, you arrived. Sometimes they tell you it's on the left, sometimes it don't. When you're on the car, it tells you it's on your left or right. I notice when I'm walking and I'm using these regular maps, it won't tell you. Just you arrived, and I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
where's it at? You know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, like I said, with any of these new things, we got to look at them. What we're hearing may not be actually what they're providing. I mean, I'm going back to this guideline thing, right? Again, it clearly said you follow a painted line in the street. Okay, well, so does that mean that somebody got to come and paint a line before a marathon or
Mm.
whatever the case may be? Or again, like I said, is this a line that is being, virtually
I don't think it's
done?
done virtually.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't, again, I'm not going to say yay or nay. You know what
Because
I'm
only
saying?
Think
marathon
about
runners
this.
do follow the street that has the lines. They're running business streets, so it
But
makes sense,
yeah,
Ed.
let's take this a different direction. You know what fly by wire is, Pedro?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so all of your combat pilots and stuff like that, they turn on a thing they call fly by wire. Okay, and what it does is all of the GPS navigation systems that they have in these aircraft, it creates a line that you see in your virtual viewer, and you just follow that line. You follow what I'm saying? So this could
Mm-hmm.
be a run by line. It could be virtually putting a
Done
line
by
up.
GPS. But think about okay, thank you. But think about that. How reliable is GPS? Would you run right now with your GPS like that? Even if
Well, I mean,
Mm-mm.
because it's
anything.
usually the maps
Well,
are painting a line in your screen.
well, I get that. I get that part. But just like you're saying, with the app that you're playing with now, you have to test it before you can trust it. Once you've tested it and okay, this works out really, really well, I can trust it. Let me go ahead and just do my
Hmm.
thing, right? But again, you don't just jump into it, get them and say, okay, I ain't got to worry about it. It's not going to, it's going to guide me wherever I'm trying to go. As long as I mark point A and point B, it's going to paint a line for me. Well, you don't know that, right? But you don't know how well that's going to work, right? What about obstacles,
Yeah, I
right?
was just about to mention
Hmm.
obstacles.
You know,
That's right.
all of
Exactly.
that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. All of that's got to come into play especially when you're out there running. Now,
You
in a
running.
marathon, yeah, the street is clear.
That's
You
why
have a designated route,
that's what I'm
right?
Mm-hmm.
saying. Plausibility, I believe that it's done like they paint it.
Uh,
Honestly, I don't like virtually. I'm
okay, and
trying
then
to.
how many cities are going to let you come paint a line in the middle of their streets?
No,
To,
I mean that's
They're
money.
washable.
But that's money, Pedro. And you think about it, it's for
That is
blind
money.
people.
That is money.
But
so
it's for blind people. They not finna spend. We barely get audible signals.
Hmm.
They're
Well,
not
I
finna
just want to
spend
see
money.
more research. Trying to see the type of technology they will have to implement. If it's done GPS, gives you a thick square around you, and it's not by square. It's like big yards in a way, And when it comes to like navigation for like the Air Force and people on the ground, that's like government army, they have GPS like 2.0 that we don't have. There's speculations that it's gonna come to the public, and then it will be able to tell you by a square foot your location. Now that will be more navigational detail when you're navigating with GPS later. You
I
know.
I appreciate the GPS, but as a runner, I would not trust that
Mm-mm.
at
Because
all.
I run sometimes by over here where I live. There's like a long path. It's by a school, so it's just a long fence. No obstacles.
Mm-mm.
Even though sometimes the
No,
fence has a little thing that pops out a little up. You know.
because
But
I don't know if you've ever fallen and slid on concrete before.
yeah, don't
But
even
I'm
talk about
telling you,
that.
that's what I did when I broke my collarbone. So if I'm running and
Mm-hmm.
relying on a phone app to
Mm-mm.
navigate me through the street where there are
Mm-hmm.
obstacles that I have no clue they are at, and I am running,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not finna risk my life like that.
Yeah,
I
but
would prefer it to be like on a track or something, and I
yes.
would do that.
Yeah, and I think that's what it might be too. The app might be trained, and it's been trained at a track. You know.
Hmm. You know, Because there's
Yeah.
a lot of blind people that are out there that like, working out, and it's a form of relaxation for me, and it just makes me feel good when I do it. Stress
Yeah.
releaser, so
Hmm.
the more the merrier with the devices that they have that can help me to live my best life.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. So we gotta do more research on that, and we gotta move on to some commercials. Um.
and if you like the content, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share.
All right, guys, we'll be back.
Did you know Blind United offers free training in assistive technology? We call them interest groups. We offer training in JAWS, NVDA, iPhone, iPad, as well as Meta Ray-Bans. We also have groups like support group, cooking groups, and crafting groups. There are also groups for entertainment like movie night and RS game night. For more information about all the interest groups that we offer, just email us at info@blindunited.org or visit our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Group. We would love to have you be part of the Blind United crew.
Have you ever wondered what it's really like to be blind? Ever wanted to ask questions but held back, afraid of offending? Blind United invites you to replace that fear with fun, learning and connection at our 4th annual walk. A mile in my shoes challenge. Join us Saturday, October 11th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Wayfinder Family Services, 50 Huntington Angeles, Vista Boulevard, Los Angeles. Experience everyday attacks blindfolded, like pouring a cup of water. Try assistive technology like screen reader computers and iPhones. Get a hands-on braille lesson and discover how independence is built every day. Smile, laugh, and learn alongside the blind community. No pressure, just pleasure. Help us build bridges, close gaps, and make connections. Walk a mile in my shoes and see the world in a whole new way.
All right. Sorry about that. I bumped myself up out of the studio. But I'm back.
Hey.
Again, folks, please grab somebody sighted. Folks in the community, I was instructed I need to make this very, very clear moving forward. For all my folks in the blind and visually impaired community, we want you to come to this event. But more importantly, we need you to bring someone sighted to take the challenge. If we have no sighted people there to take the challenge, then why are we doing this? I mean, that's like preaching to the choir, right? I mean, we all already know what our life is like every day. We're trying to teach others what our life is like every day. And as a reward for bringing somebody, not only do you get the free lunch and all that other kind of good stuff and have the opportunity to walk around the various vendors, but that's when you qualify yourself to get an event t-shirt, you and the sighted guests that you bring. So again, it is a requirement. If you want a t-shirt, if that's your motivation, whatever the case may be, you got to have a sighted person come take the challenge. So again, get signed up. It's in our emails. It's in Facebook. Where again, wherever you can find that link. If you can't find the registration link, shoot me an info. an email, info@blindunited.org, and I will send you the link to the registration form for you and your sighted guests to get signed up. And all of this needs to be done by the 4th of October. So we really appreciate it if you do that and show support. Let's teach the community out here, that we can live a good life. We function very easily as long as we have these tools available to us. But for whatever reason, people just can't comprehend that we can live a full life without sight. So let's show them what we really do. Okay. So this next article, again, AI powered stuff, but this one here is all about Microsoft and Microsoft moving into a more accessible stance with their platform. So check this out.
Hey Blind United crew, grab your last cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this third article. Microsoft's Copilot and Narrator upgrades are leveling the workplace. Microsoft's latest accessibility innovations are turning heads and changing lives. At the 2025 Ability Summit, the tech giant unveiled a series of updates that show how artificial intelligence is transforming the workplace for blind, visually impaired, and neurodiverse users. At the heart of this push is Microsoft 365 Copilot, an AI-powered assistant that's now being recognized as more than just a productivity tool. A recent study by EY found that 91% of disabled and neurodivergent employees view Copilot as a valuable assistive technology. 1. It helps users draft content, organize thoughts, and reduce anxiety around complex tasks. For blind users, Copilot can summarize visual content, reformat documents, and even describe images, bridging gaps that traditional software couldn't. But Microsoft didn't stop there. The company announced that Narrator, its built-in screen reader, will soon include AI-powered image descriptions. This means blind users will get richer, more detailed feedback about visual elements on their screen, whether it's a photo, chart, or graphic, too. These updates are part of a broader effort to make digital spaces more navigable and informative. The summit also highlighted Immersive Reader, now used by over 1 million people monthly, and Read Aloud in Edge, which serves more than 10 million users. These tools help users with cognitive disabilities and low vision access web content with ease. Microsoft's commitment to accessibility goes beyond software. The new Xbox Adaptive Joystick, designed with input from the disability gaming community, offers customizable controls for players with limited mobility. And the company's Accessible Packaging Design Guide is helping other brands rethink how they deliver products to consumers with disabilities. What makes this moment powerful is the shift in mindset. Accessibility is no longer a side feature, it's central to innovation. Microsoft's leaders emphasized that technology should adapt to people, not the other way around. And with Copilot, Narrator, and other tools, that vision is becoming reality. Blind United crew, how do you see AI changing your experience at work or online? Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, for anybody that knows me now, everybody should know me by now because I talk about it all the time. Copilot is my friend. I mean, I use Copilot on a daily basis. I mean, I started off with ChatGPT. It was working for me for a while. Then it just didn't seem that it was doing everything that I wanted to do, or per se, with precision. Then I switched over and started using Gemini, and it was working for quite a while. And let me go here. Here's a big misconception with AI as well. You cannot always depend on the reply from your AI to be 100% accurate. Okay. I mean, you've got to pay attention to the reply, review the reply, make sure that it says what you want. If something sounds questionable, then you got to go back and question it, right? And this is what had me moving from one to the other. Like I said, ChatGPT was good, but then I found I was spending more time trying to fix the things that we were creating. And then I was spending more time doing that than I was actual, getting the work done. It wasn't, helping me with my workflow. Seemed like it was making it more difficult for me at some times, right? Some days it would work perfectly. Other days, it'd just be a battle, and it eventually got the same way with Gemini. Thus far, I mean, I'm not going to say when I first started using Copilot, yeah, I was having those kind of issues. But as I started using Copilot more and more, and I started refining my guidelines and my prompts, it started learning. And now it understands what I want. Now it understands when I go into to create certain content, it needs to review those guidelines from its memory about how I want that content delivered. And it's doing it. And then the most important part, and I'm not against paying for it if I had to, but with Gemini and ChatGPT, I paid for the subscription. I'm not against
Mm.
paying for it to get what I want, as long as it performs the way I want it to perform. The beauty of Copilot is it's free. It comes with my 365 program. So I don't have to pay for that. I'm already paying for it in my subscription with them. Okay, and luckily because we're nonprofit, we get a free subscription. So again, I ain't got to pay for it, so I'm good. And it does a lot, and it's got all of the same features as the other AIs. I mean, you can do agents, you can do these different things like that. So it's very, very robust. I mean, Microsoft, a narrator. I've never really been a big fan of narrator, but I know over the last few years, especially, they have made leaps and bounds improvements as far as their narrator performance is. I mean, I'm looking at potentially here in not too distant future, you're not going to need a JAWS. You know what I'm saying? To interact with your windows. I mean, you'd be able to do narrator, just like with Mac, they got voiceover, so on and so forth. JAWS Freedom Scientific might be in trouble. I don't know. But we'll see what the future brings. But again, they're moving towards more inclusive and creating, making accessibility a part of the game plan instead of an afterthought. And for me, that's the most important thing. That's one thing I've been fighting for. I've been saying since I first lost my sight. Since I first was introduced into the community and started to get introduced to all of this various technology that I now have to use on a daily basis. So again, I'm just glad to see that we're moving in that direction. So anyway, Carol, go ahead.
It's wonderful to know that we finally have a seat at the table, because for years and years, like you say, we have been an afterthought, and they try to add things in at the end to try to make things better for us. Although, since I've been blind, I have not used a computer. I do plan on getting one and becoming a part of all these options that are available. That's the wonderful thing. One size does not fit everyone, just like with the metas or the smart glasses. One size does not fit every one. So if they can integrate all the things to help things make our lives so much easier, I'm all for it as well. I'm excited about possibly getting a computer and figuring out what works well for me. I'm looking forward to the challenge because I know that it's just going to enhance my life even more and make more things available to me. And like you were stating on some of those things, researching, I remember as a kid, we had encyclopedias and things of the dictionaries and, we would have to look things up. But if you have all of these things at your fingertips that can make your life so much easier where you can walk away and allow it to do that while you do something else and come back and finish that, multitasking, just doing the regular life things that visual people do. It's just better. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the challenge once I get the computer to be a part of this as well.
So right quick, Donovan says he appreciates what we're doing for the community, and Daniel says, what do you say? We're gonna have self-driving cars yet? Maybe he didn't hear the other article. Daniel,
About
did
that
you hear?
AI.
Well, no, about what is that line? What was it? What was that one we're talking about from Google? The line
Oh,
guideline.
yes.
Yeah, guideline. But he made a joke about black folks running.
All right now. But I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
run. I love
you
it.
know,
I ran track in high school and never stopped
you
running.
know.
yeah, yeah. And
But
if
no, Daniel. But
mhm.
I'm sorry, Pedro. Daniel, check it out. They got a new one on Google. I guess it's called Guideline. That is created for running, my brother. Again, we just don't know if it's for running in marathons or just recreational running, because I know he likes to run as well. So, but anyway, go ahead, Pedro.
Yeah. Also, thank you for the compliment. Yes, we always try to bring things for the community, guys. So if you'd like to support, you could donate. Put in the memo coffee time. But yeah. So these AI tools, yeah, get it integrated in our systems, making it easy to actually do work as well. Um, Having AI within screen readers, and just been doing it, and now Microsoft is moving on it as well. But if they would have been thinking about this since the beginning, think about the company that had the visual, like, oh, I need to perfect my camera, I need to perfect the OCR on gathering the text, I need to perfect, because they wanted to help, let's say, the visually impaired community. Now that company has a head up right now doing that, because even the companies that were trying to get the voice and hear your voice and then processes data and then comes back with a query or whatever it is, these companies had a footing too. It's you know and now these big companies are like recognizing, oh, we need the visual part for our AI. You know what I mean? Now we need the
Mm-hmm.
voice entry for our AI. Yes, it's giving us access, but I'm glad to see that it's coming, but it's still like an afterthought, like it always have said. It's for their benefit now, because honestly, the regular folks are gonna let me go live on this AI and let me talk to it normal. I don't want to just talk to it. It benefits them in the big sense because of their overall users. You know?
Well, plus they're realizing the value in our demographic. You know what I'm saying? There's a
Yeah,
lot of
better.
value
Mhm.
here, so to make it not, to make it accessible to us, not only, makes it accessible to us, but it makes it easier for others to use. Okay. So, I mean, that's the way I said, like you said, they didn't have the voice activated stuff, right?
Right.
Okay. So they put it in there because of us. Now other people are using it. It's making it easier for them to use. I mean, the same thing. Think about it. How many years did the iPhone have a phone without Siri? But the minute they opened up Siri, now everybody's talking to Siri. Now everybody's
Mm-hmm.
trying to get Siri to do stuff that she can't do yet. I mean, back then it was very limited as to actually what it could actually do. Now it can do a whole lot more, and in the future it's going to be able to do even more. So again, all of these things have to do with accessibility, and and making it more inclusive for not just the sighted to use, but for everybody to use, whether you're blind or vision impaired, or you have, what we want to call it, mobility issues,
Mobility. Mm-hmm.
different types of things like that, where your fingers don't function like everybody else or whatever, So all of these things are really, really important. So anyway, we're coming to the end of the time shot. I hear that music in the background. So I want to do something else first. I think I kind of got an okay from my vice president to just go ahead and put it out here. Uh, Folks, we might be coming to the end of coffee time. Where our subscription comes due at the beginning of October, and it's a nifty sum. It's like $450 for us to do this. Okay. Uh, Again, we're trying to do a lot for the community. And, if you guys want us to continue doing coffee time, one way to help us out is like Pedro said, man, run over to the website. Drop whatever you can afford to drop in the Stripe. You know what I'm saying? In the memo field, put coffee time. Let us know that you're donating to keep coffee time on the air. Whether you're on Facebook, if you got Zelle, you know what I'm saying? Same thing. You can drop whatever it is you can afford to drop on us. In the memo field, put coffee time. Let us know that you appreciate what you're doing, that what we're doing, and that you want us to continue to do this. Okay? I mean, it's not that we don't like doing what we're doing. It's just, again, we're a nonprofit. So, again, coming up with that kind of money to have this platform to do this on a daily basis like we're doing, it's just not, we can't justify the cost right now. So, if you want us to help keep doing it, we can justify it if you guys help us out. That's for sure. So, on that note, please like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, all that good stuff. It really, really, really does help us get the word out to more and more folks. And hopefully we'll get a response out of our people that are loyal listeners that listen in every day. Even all of them folks over there on Facebook that sit there all day long, really, really quiet, don't never comment, don't never say nothing. We know you're listening. We know you're there. Now's your time to stand up and say, hey, look, I done got hooked into this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to keep this going. So let us know. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, and I hate to say it this way, but at this point right now, money speaks louder than words. So
yeah,
you help us take care of this platform. We'll continue to do what we do. So on that note, we got one more day left in the week, y'all. So enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow on Friday. Wait a minute, I'm not even up here on the button. I'm sitting there trying to get out, and I ain't
come
ready
out
to
tonight.
get out.
Don't forget, we got at 6 Pacific time guide, introduction to guide.
Yes,
with George
AI
Zavala.
powered guide on your Windows system.
Yes.
All right, well, I'm getting there. I am there right now. I apologize, but again, we do really appreciate you guys. We really do. But it's just at the point right now, we need to know how much you guys appreciate us. So, again, if you want to continue to listen to us every morning, man, please help us out, and we'll keep this thing going. So,
and if you donate, we give you a shout out in the air.
Yeah.
We'll do all of that. We'll definitely give you a shout out. Thank you for, I'm not going to put you on blast how much money you gave up. Now, if you give me a nice chunk of change, I'm not going to be able to resist. But,
right.
Again, you can donate anonymously as well if you want. Just say, just let us know. Either way, we'll give you a shout out, or we'll keep it on the down low. Thank you to Anonymous for whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, again, everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to come out at 6 p.m. tonight and get in with a guide and how to use it. And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day.